Yes, when you create a website, please create a programmable search engine and I'll start optimizing your website by using these programmable search engines. It will be actually very much more helpful for you as well. Hello everyone, welcome to another case study video. In this SEO series episode, we will be examining a website that actually I published earlier in this series. You can check this website. It is published like 1 year ago. We didn't use any PageRank, external PageRank or backlinks in this project, and this was the first moment that actually we published this project, and this was just 5 months of actually examination of it. 1 year later I am publishing it one more time because there are two important things here. First of all, the project became actually fully cash positive, which means that actually I don't know the exact valuation of the SaaS, I didn't ask it, but it is basically cash positive. It is getting investments, and the SEO is the main actual source of profit and acquisition in this project. It is a SaaS in the finance industry, in the English language, internationally in United States, India and different locations too. And we also, probably before you watch this video in this channel, you will see an interview with the owners of this company. I suggest you to check that, and the Roy and also Chavan are interviewed together to explain this process and how they achieved this with Topical Authority and our framework, how actually these two help them. The main message that I have given in this video was technically, one was about crawl stats, the second was about keep publishing and keep website active. Technically the content in this area and content here was exactly the same. And I remember actually one day that Chavan was asking me, Koray, we published everything but the clicks are increasing like 5 clicks or 6 clicks. And I always tell people that it's not about actually what we do, it's about when actually Google is processing your content. You will even see some of these things here too. For instance, in terms of entities, I will be showing you some API link files here. I will again be giving you different type of suggestions, but before going there, let me just show you. This is 3 months of comparison, like 30% increase. You can see here directly, and this is like 6 months of comparison. Again, like around close to 40% increase. This is 3 months of comparison year over year. It is more than 100% increase. And this is the overall actually, let's say the pages report section. The project stayed like stale for a really long time. That was one of the problems. We didn't publish any new content for a really long time. That's why inside the crawl stats, again for a really long time, the discovery rate here is 1%, which is not that good. And usually you should aim over 20% for this area. Another thing is that before we actually lost our advantage for the crawl stats, which was one of the disadvantages situation. This website, despite actually we have only like, here actually this is the valid situation here, 400 pages, we were being crawled like 60,000 times a day, and most of the crawl hits as always was going to the HTML with 200 status code. Then actually we lost the advantageous position for the crawl stats, and then actually we hit to do again one more time 54 or 55,000 section. Another issue with the website is, third issue I'm talking about, the first one was actually technically losing the response time advantage. The second one was keeping it very stale for a long time. The third one is the publication section for company pages. It was very late, and this section is dangerous for this website because it is very templated. I created actually a very good layout suggestion or content brief template. For a query template, we create a page template. This section is programmatic. And if you go to do basically a query template, maybe I can find it for you. We create a content network based on technically a query and document template. We use this with semantics heavily. And in this project, this section is slightly dangerous because if it is not adjusted properly, it can harm the website. I am not included in that part that much. It is on the hands of the Roy right now. But from time to time, if they need me, I will be helping them, of course, as always. And in this case, I'm just explaining you some of the, let's say, obstacles the project actually has. But overall, still, as you can see, it is keep increasing actually its rankings. Well, last time when I published this case, we were like here, maybe. Despite it is stale, it didn't lose rankings. It actually kept increasing. The ranking lost slightly here. It is actually coming from this pages section, because I always tell you that make this 0. And if you create new pages and if they don't vert to the effort of the search engine, again, it will be harming your, let's say, indexation or the rankings. I would like to also show you this. Probably I will be hiding this website name for a later case study. So if you look at this section, it directly shows you how your crawl stats are actually affecting your response time, how it is actually affecting your crawl stats. In this case, you will see that actually there is a peak here. When the moment that actually your crawl stats are going down, you will see that there is a first peak. Here you see it one more time, second peak. You see it here one more time, which is the fourth peak. Then I told actually the team to fix the crawl stats by fixing the response time. The moment that we go to the 30 or 40, let's say milliseconds of the response time, we go like 50,000 crawls a day. So this is also important out of one more concept that I call search engine tolerance. If search engine gives you a priority, and if you lose it very quickly, even if you fix it one more time, it won't be coming back so quickly. You will need to convince search engine by staying in that good position for a longer duration of time this time. The second thing is here, it says discovery. Right now it is 58%. The important thing here is that we didn't publish anything new. Website here has over 2 years, same content. You should understand that just because your documents have been actually crawled one time, it doesn't mean that Google actually understands that. Just because Google actually hit a URL and you see it in the log files, it doesn't mean that actually they calculated the relevance, they calculate all the measurements and processed all of your content with all the advanced deep neural networks or deep learning algorithms. They don't do that. You have to basically deserve it. And one of the actually signals for that, I explained in the Chiang Mai SEO conference on the stage. I have shown 2 quotes from Pandu Nayak, chief of ranking in Google. He says that they don't run RankBrain if you are not in the first 20. They don't rank now boost algorithm for you if you don't have any click. That's one of the reasons that we usually try to gather more clicks, more impressions by keeping the author section of our topical map bigger. When I look at here, the one thing that I want to show you is this. It is about head token. They try to understand actually what type of a word represents overall relevance of your document. This is actually what we call from Google Patterns as the document representation. Maybe I can find it. David Taylor. Not Professor Taylor. It is actually from Google. No. As I can tell that actually I usually improvise in my videos. Maybe I remember it wrong. Some of them are actually here. Let me just click this. This is actually one of the really important patterns. I couldn't locate the other one directly in this area, but in this section too, you can see that they are trying to represent your document and place it into one of these contextual domains according to the entries. They call it actually basically context entry, and they create a vocabulary list from you. And according to this corpus and how these topical entries are located in your document, you go inside one of these domains technically, and these are the topics there. In this part, they talk about NLP soft phrase. Soft phrase here is actually technically this head token. And they say that here too, note that even when it is uniquely defined, there is no guarantee that the head is set for entities and measurement within a document. You may need to explicitly compute it. This is a warning for an engineer technically. So even if algorithms sometimes run automatically, they also need to compute it by themselves. Which also means that just because you have seen some Google crawl hits here, it doesn't mean that actually everything here will be computed very quickly for you too. Again, this head token, technically, it is also explained here too. A value of indicates that the hit has not yet been computed for the phrase. The topmost token within the phrase, basically. So they are trying to actually, in this area too, they are trying to understand when this specific word actually starts or when actually it ends inside the phrase, so that they can actually understand where they can get the specific relevance as much as possible. You can also, or I suggest you to actually check this NLP subsection inside the API link. This one is about the mention of the entity. And here they are trying to understand either that mention is about that entity or not. And they calculate it with a confidence score to see either you actually exceed that or not, exceed that threshold or not. And in this area, they try to understand nesting relation between these entities. And then they try to understand the resolution of this specific mention based on this specific relation level as well. If you check some of these sections together with the patterns, you can actually find connections between them, and then you can actually create better documents, as you can see in this website too. Earlier, I explained a few things in my stage as well. If you want to create a topical map for these type of websites, first you need to choose one of the actually central entities. In this one, I explained it earlier, it was supposed to be actually a course website. That's why the chart patterns were at the center of my topical map design. Then it decided to be a program or a software. I even have chosen this money extension by myself to create a better financial context for the phrase strike, because there are more companies with this name like strike.me. So this is also an exact match domain that is also trying to outrank some other exact match domains for a very similar context. The money has been chosen here actually for increasing the relevance. The second part is that we are trying to rank especially for the attribute types. If you rank for the types, you will be ranking higher for all these individual patterns. Then from there, you will be able to actually rank for all the companies and their stock tracks or stock tracking, stock analysis, or basically stock trading, let's say, basically comments as well, or buy or sell orders too. So the project here is actually going in a very successful way. You can check it from SEMrush, you can check it from Ahrefs. The team here is making good progress. We have done really good amount of actual training. One thing that I would like to also mention, the companies that are really successful in SEO, they actually are not hesitated to build a really large team and go for that. Usually people who, let's say, hesitate to hire a developer, hire a designer, or hire more content manager or social media manager or branding manager, etc. I don't think that actually they are able to create this level of big work. I can tell that actually Stripe that money today, it is cash positive, it is a startup, it is growing. I know that one day in this pool will be celebrated once they are able to sell this SaaS in a successful way as well. Well, last suggestion from me is, when you create a website, please create a programmable search engine and also start optimizing your website by using these programmable search engines. It will be actually very much more helpful for you as well. If you want, you can watch our other or Blue Hat SEO case studies or holistic SEO case studies. Soon I will be publishing some new books. A new conference also will be coming too. If you want, join our public or private communities. If you want, watch all these testimonials and try to join also to our course. I would like to mention some people here. Ehsan Khan, thank you for all the work that you do and distribute all the information. Iqbal Badar, thank you for the work that you also do for our community as well. It's the same also goes for Fahad Ullah. And Luis again shares great successes as well. Muhammad Amir, we shared actually your success. I would like to mention you one more time with all these great names. There are a few more sections here that I would like to mention, like Matthias, he sold his companies over $10 million with Topical Authority and our framework. There is one specific name actually that I want to mention. And this one here, Raju Katka, thank you for your citation. It is great to hear as well. I believe I'm not able to find that specific share. As you can see, Luis keeps sharing his successes too. Okay. Kashif M. Aslan, thank you for your success and also your citation. And also, I don't know how to your name, Kalu, I will say since this is easier. Thanks for your also citation and your success with 121% actually traffic increase as well. With that said, I believe I have taken so many case study videos. I hope we can publish on time. And there will be some new lectures in the course soon. Not just these, there will be like around 4 hours of new videos and lectures will be coming there too. So it's a little bit late here. See you in the next time. Thank you.